Hey guys, okay, so for this week's family activity, it is Choose Your Own Activity Night, which is one of my favorites all year. We get a couple of them because we get lucky and there's an extra Tuesday in a month. So your activity comes to you in the Create bag, as always. There are two separate activities in it. There is a bingo packet. Everything's upside down. That's awful. There we go, that's better. There is a bingo packet with some different types of bingo boards. There's some alphabet bingo boards. There's some empty blank bingo boards that you can fill in with whatever you want. So yeah, it's all pretty fun. But I mean, I feel like most people are pretty familiar with the concept of bingo and don't need a lot of instructions for that, so I'm not going to do a video on the bingo game. But there are slight instructions that even the instructions assume you know how to play bingo. So if you don't, I'm really, really sorry, and call me and I will answer any questions you have. That was poorly planned on Miss Jamie's part. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead. I do want to show you how to do the art project for this week. We're doing these really cute, like, quartered pictures, which I think is pretty fun. I've got to, give me just a second here, I gotta dig out my marker stash from my pile of leftover bits and pieces. So, you're gonna need markers, crayons, colored pencils, something of the like. I chose markers because I knew I had them sitting here on the cart next to me. I also have, at least I used to have, there it is, I have a ruler, which is also going to be helpful. So, this one does come with instructions. It should be, this one really, it's really easy, but it's super creative, and everybody's is going to look a little different, and I kind of want to sit that there. Okay. You have several pictures, and you can start with one of these, or you can start with your own picture. However it is that you want to do it, there's no wrong way to craft, there's no wrong way to be an artist. I think I'm going to do the fish, just because I think it's a little weird, and I am feeling like I want to do something a little weird today. So you're going to start by quartering your picture, and you can do this like super precisely, like super precise, where you you measure out the inches and you put the mark exactly in the middle, and you know, all that. I don't want to do that, so I'm going to eyeball it. And there is no wrong way to do this. You can do this however you want. You can say, Miss Jamie, how could you possibly think of eyeballing it? That's awful. Or you can be like, yeah, that's totally the way I would do it too. It's entirely up to you. So you're going to quarter your page so that it's in, if not exactly even, almost even, 4 squares. And then each square you're going to color in a different pattern, a different color scheme, use different Zentangle techniques that we talked about earlier this month, where we were doing patterns in our, oh, I don't like that one. Where's the one I liked? Oh, this one. You know, where we're doing different patterns in the shapes. So you can do however you want to do it. Do your 4 different pieces each, so that you're well and done. And you can just like straight color it, or you can, as I said, you can like do Zentangle things or patterns, or however you want to do it. I do want to do a few housekeeping type things to, you know, keep you informed while I am coloring. So, let's see. First things first, April will be here on Thursday. Thursday is the first day of April, and therefore Thursday, hopefully Thursday, if not Thursday, definitely Friday, I will have swapped out the March book bundles for the April book bundles. They are almost ready to go. And this month has got some really cool things in it. It's April is National Poetry Month, and it is National Library Week. Is the first full week of April. And so one of your bundles is books about libraries and books with poetry. And so you can check out some of those on your own, or at the front desk, or through curbside, whichever you prefer. And let's see. So let's see, what else did I do? We are celebrating Earth Day and Arbor Day, and so I did a bundle on Earth Day, Arbor Day, trees, conservation, recycling, all of that kind of thing. And so that one's pretty fun. It's got some like how-to books, it's got some fiction, it's got some characters you already know, it's got some things you might not know already. That one's kind of fun. I enjoyed putting that one together. I will tell you, I think that the poetry one is my favorite, just because I really, really, really love poetry, and it's just so hard. Well, it's really not hard to incorporate. It just takes a different level of thinking that Miss Jami is not always very good at in remembering to incorporate into story times and things. And I know that when we are in person, we do a lot of times, I will pull a poetry book and we will read a different poem every week, depending on the theme. I think we did that when we talked space for summer reading. We have a really cool space poems book that I used all summer. So like, it just kind of depends. Like, if I'm on top of things, I can do it, but I'm not always on top of things. So there is that. We also did forest animals, because everybody loves a good animal book, and some of the forest animals are my favorite animals, because they're cute and cuddly, and they're ones that we recognize more as being like local native animals. So that's pretty cool. And I'm missing one. Okay, so there's 4 of them, right? There's poetry and libraries, there's recycling and Earth Day, there's forest animals, and spring. I had a whole packet of things on spring. So there's some fiction, some non-fiction, some plants, some animals. There's a little bit of, that one's really just a little bit of a hodgepodgey spring conglomerate. But it should be really fun. I'm excited about this month's book bundles. I think they've got some really good things in them. And I don't say that just because I'm the one who picks them out, but because they're ones that I do think that you would enjoy. I'm not the only one who would enjoy them. So there's that. Make sure you're picking those up. I do also want you to be on the lookout and be on the ready for it. I put this in the newsletter, the children's newsletter that I sent out on Saturday. We are hosting our first live in-person children's event since last March. We will be having a Earth/Arbor Day celebration on April 17th. Now, space is really limited, so you do have to register ahead of time, and that registration will be open beginning Thursday, April 1st. Until all of our spaces are full. It's a bit of a dry run tester to see if the way that we think we can do summer reading is really going to work the way we think it will. And I'm pretty confident that it will, but I like to make sure of things before I like really say definitively that we're going to do something. So there is more information on that. Hopefully by the time you see this, there will be more information about that on the website and on the Facebook. I was having a little bit of difficulty with the website the other day when I tried to upload it, but hopefully by now it has been corrected and I will be able to get in and update things. And then, as I said, registration opens the 1st. Just give us a call or stop by the front desk, or you can even shoot me an email. That's childrens@marvinlibrary.org. And we will get you on the list. As I said, registration is severely limited because we do still have to maintain a distance and we have to maintain safety, even though we're outside in the pavilion. But I do think it's very doable. We're going to read, now that I've told you all of these weird, boring housekeeping things, I'm going to tell you that we are going to do some books, because it's a library children's program, and we are going to read a couple of books. Mr. Robin and I have some picked out. We have to narrow down a little bit. And then I thought that because we were outside, we could do some like scientific exploring. And so I'm still not completely sure, but I got a couple weeks on exactly what I want that to look like, but I think we're going to do some like bug finding or leaf collecting or something, and then we're going to make a craft of some kind that is recyclable, using other parts, or helpful in some manner. I'm right now currently leaning towards bird feeders, but I haven't decided for sure, so I might change my mind. We will also be offering video and take and make activity options for this in case, you know, you would like to participate but can't. So, this is the basic general idea of your 4-quarter picture. I have run out of things that I want to make sure that I don't forget to tell you, so I'm going to pause the video and I am going to finish the coloring, and then I'm going to come back in and show you the finished product so that you can see what it looks like. For you, that'll happen almost instantaneously, but for me it'll take a couple of minutes, so I will see you. Okay, so there we go. We have a finished fish, and aside from being what might possibly be the weirdest looking fish in the universe, it's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. Now you can do your backgrounds, do these in 3 separate colors, 3 separate patterns, 3 separate whatever. I think I'm going to leave it here as this, just because I have a few other things I'm supposed to be doing today instead of this, but if I get time, I might post an additional picture or finished video with a couple other samples if I can talk a teenager or 2 into helping me. Later in the week, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's the basic concept, and then like I said, you can do this whole outer edge stuff as well. It's entirely up to you. And your packet does come with a dinosaur and a tree and a flower and a butterfly. Or you can always just, like, I don't like any of these, flip it over and start from scratch and do whatever it is that you want. It's entirely up to you. Remember, there is no wrong way to craft, there's no wrong way to be an artist. Just make sure that you are having fun, being creative, enjoying yourself, and we will see you next week. We're going to do, I don't know, some kind of desert animal. I have to look in the book and see what it is that I have written down that we're going to do. But in the meantime, stay safe, have fun, and I will see you next time.